stories of folks that have come in and maybe on a no-names basis just completely flubbed the first meeting. I mean, what have they done wrong to get your attention? Robert, you want to kick us off?
I think that generally what we're looking for is an alignment. And we're looking to have our fortunes intertwined. And typically, the fastest way for a startup to really do long-term damage to a relationship in the first meeting is to present an economic scenario where they have a windfall and we don't participate in it. And you would be surprised how often we see different variations of that scenario.
Agreed.
But for us, I think where people, we have sort of a two-pronged approach the way we think of it. I mean, we think about sort of our core business and where we have very specific needs. Sometimes we'll seek out startups. Sometimes they're lucky enough to have sought us out. Where things get off the rails a little bit is sometimes when they're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's not really aligned with what we need. But and Vivek and my parent company, we have Time Warner Investments. So the second part of our job is trying to help them understand trends and things we might be interested down the road, the type of companies we might want to be investing in. Even though I don't know if I'm ever really going to need it or not, but we see this happening, and it might be smart for a company to if they can find a good deal, to find a startup to invest in.
It's interesting. Both you and Jessica mentioned sort of the investing arm as potentially a conduit into the operational groups. Is that the best way to penetrate your respective organizations? That you guys are operationally just so busy that go talk to our investing guys. If they're fired up, then maybe they know what our needs are. Then we'll get a meeting.
The answer is probably no. It depends what your purpose is. If you're trying to get funded, yeah, I can't help you. But if you're trying to get your product operationalized with us, the investments guys can't help you. It's two totally independent paths. And just because Time Warner Investments funds a company doesn't mean we're going to use them. And just because we use a company doesn't mean they're going to invest in them. It's two totally independent things. But what we try to do is be synergistic as best we can. But I would say the vast majority of startups we work with on a day-to-day basis have nothing to do with Time Warner Investments.
I just another thing, this original question.